Is this the best golf course in Fife that nobody's talking about? I'm here to find out. This is episode 3 of the GC500, the Burntisland Golf Club. Let's do this. Scotland, well known as the home of golf, has over 500 golf courses, of which I've played barely any. As a junior, I spent my time on the local courses wondering why I wasn't getting any better, and it's about time I changed that. But with so many good golf courses in Scotland, how are you supposed to know where to play? Introducing the Golf Course 500. I'm on a mission to play every golf course in Scotland, creating the first definitive catalogue of Scottish golf on YouTube. Let's go! Oh boy, we're back. Oh, I'm so excited for this golf course. Today, we're at Burntisland Golf Club, which is in Fife, the home of golf, probably one of the lesser known courses in Fife, which is why I'm excited to play it. Got the clubhouse in the back there, I've just teed off. It's going to be a good day. Going to be totally transparent. About 3 days ago, barely knew that this course existed. Maybe heard of it in the passing, but not necessarily a cognizant understanding of what it was. Having looked at the course, reviews and some videos over the last few days, it's got me so excited. We've got history, we've got views, we've got a short but difficult golf course, and I'm just really excited. If this is your first time here, I'm Lewis. This is my series, the GC500, where I'm aiming to be the first person ever to vlog every single golf course in Scotland. I'm going to take you along with me, play the courses, find new spots, have a good time. See if I can get better at golf along the way. I've had a good drive up the first. Let's see. Whew! Feels good to get a good one away on the first. Short hole, only 295. I'm going to get this first hole over and done with, and then we're going to tell you a bit more about Burntisland Golf Club. Just in the rough, probably 35 yards. Let's just get a good chance. Oh man. That was rotten. Oh, technically a birdie chance at the first, but we're putting through a lot of fringe, pretty muddy. Whew. That was in. Right then, let's try and tidy this up. Then we can really get into the meat of this course. In you go. That is a premium flagstick. Let's go. Alrighty. Burntisland Golf Club. Safely through the first with a 4. Right, we're in Fife. We're in the home of golf, Kingdom of Fife for the first time. Just on the sort of Fife coast, looking over back towards Edinburgh in Burntisland. What a place. We're looking forward to this. Course today, playing from the yellows, 5,554 yards, par 70. Let's get ourselves going and we'll see what this course has got to offer. Correction, it's par 69, 70 off the whites, which leads me on to this is the second hole, par 5, and our only par 5 of the day, so got to capitalise. Dog leg, round to the left, just try to put this up the middle. Whew. 2 in a row. Perfecto. Right, where do we start with Burntisland Golf Club? It's recorded that golf has been played in Burntisland as far back as 1797. Some reports say it's earlier than that, but there's concrete proof, at least since 1797, which is quite crazy to think about. I mean, we are in one of the sort of founding regions of golf and its formation. However, golf wasn't played here in 1797, but it was played in the town. Now, the golf course in Burntisland used to be Burntisland Links, which is actually pretty much slap bang in the middle of the town. Right on the coastline, evidently was a links course. That site is now just sort of public parkland. At the moment, during the summer, They've got the fairground there. People in Scotland might be familiar with it. It was somewhere that I visited as a child with my grandparents. A fun fact about this golf club, when it was played all the way back in the early 1800s, down at the links course, apparently they were the first ever club to use coloured balls throughout the winter. So, dependent on your opinion of coloured golf balls, you've got Burnt Island to thank. We're going to get back to the history of the lesson in a minute. Just as importantly, let's get moving on this par 5. Beautiful hole. Elevated green up in the back there, you can see. Still got 237 yards. We've sort of come up this slope and then round the corner. 237 yards. There's this big pot bunker in the middle of the fairway, which is 160 to carry. Not going to be able to reach with this club, but just trying to well cover that bunker. Aiming up the right of the fairway. Everything slopes to the left. Keep coming. Should just be about being the fairway. It was later decided that Burnt Island Golf needed a new home, at which point in 1892 they moved to this site, which is on the sort of northeast of the town, looking back over the town centre and the coastline. And at that point, Burnt Island Golf House was created, first just being 6 holes, and we'll go on to how it developed into 18 holes in a little while. Important distinction to be made: the original Burnt Island Golf Club as a club still remained, while another club was then created, Burnt Island Golf House, which is the one that we're at today. Both clubs still exist. In fact, Burnt Island Golf Club is known to be the 10th oldest golf club in the world. Both clubs now play on this location at Burnt Island Golf Club. Right, let's play into this green. Okay, 66 yards. I thought that I'd left myself in a really good position, being on the right, playing into a left pin. The ball's kind of landed here and it's not quite made it down this hill. So this is a funky stance. Not dissimilar to the last hole, but even more so on a slope. So just got to be uber careful. It's an elevated green, so gonna look to fly it on. Hitting from the fairway, should have a little bit of check, but anything short is just gonna stop and roll back down, I would imagine. 66, let's try and play it 60, right at the flag. Yeah, I like that one. Like that one a lot. Let's be honest, that's a very sensibly played par 5. I'm going to start giving myself more props. This is a unique green. It's really big. It's almost a perfect rectangle with rounded edges. We've got this sort of tier here, which is a second tier to the one that we're on. Then up at the back, there's even more of a slope, so just really unique. Hopefully you can see from the camera, this is just going to slope almost, the whole green's coming that way, apart from these little tiers, slightly downhill. Just going to come in a couple of cuts from that right hand side all the way till the end, probably starting half the way there. So really just try to drip this one in. It's going to do this after the hole as well. It needs to settle. Oh no, it's okay. Oh, couldn't really tell there if that was going or not. Tap in par. Ah, this is easy. What a steady start. Love it, man. After this golf course was created on this site, we then embark on what's quite unbelievable architectural lineage of this course being created and fleshed out into the full 18 layout that it is today. Shortly after the original 6 holes was created, someone came out to survey the land and its potential to be a bigger golf course, and they gave it the green light. And that person was old Tom Morris, who most golf fans will certainly be aware of, often known as the father of golf, albeit not the creator. Golf had been played for many years before Old Tom Morris, but for various reasons called the father of golf. We can talk about that in a little while, but I'll leave you there. We'll play the third and then we can talk a bit more. Some classic Scottish design here, a nice little wigwam for when it's inevitably peeing with rain. You can wait and then come onto the tee. Hole 3 is a par 3. On the tee sign, it's 208 yards. Luckily today, 190, so a little bit shorter. I feel like I'm going to start getting a reputation for hating on long par 3s, which is probably true. It's not my favourite. That being said, I do know that on this course there are some short par 3s, so I feel like that makes up for it. So I'm going to let them off. I'm going to hit a 5-iron. There is a long wall boundary along the back of the green, so you don't want to be anywhere near that. This club's probably somewhere between 180 and 185, so short's not the end of the world. I'm going to tee it up on the left, just play it over at the right. There's a couple of bunkers over there, but I would rather avoid that left-hand side. I'm just hitting it over that red tee marker, in line with the bunker. Hopefully it's going to bring it round a wee bit. The wind's pretty flat today. Oh, that is perfect. Oh man, please be up. Oh, stay up. What a golf shot. Just so sweet. Came out perfectly. 10-15 yard draw. Exactly what we were trying. So we're just past 1892. Old Tom Morris comes out for a gander, gives the place the green light. He said something along the lines of, and a paraphrase here, this land is set out to create a wonderful test of golf. But Old Tom Morris himself wasn't who designed this golf course. I don't know the reasoning behind that, but it wasn't him. Who it was, potentially less of a well-known household name, was Willie Park Jr. Even though he's less of a household name, still a very, very impressive guy when it comes to professional golf as well as golf course design. So a lot to go through with his backstory, but we need to keep the game going. So I'm going to continue to rage bait you to keep watching because look at this shot. Potentially I am now converted to loving long par 3s. What a shot. By the way, another square green. Not something I see often. It's like a big sandwich. Quite a British feature, that, these sort of stone cobbled walls lining the course. The way that this one sits, it's a slope back from it, so I can imagine there's a few stories of good shots hitting off the wall, coming back onto the green, maybe even hole-in-ones. Someone commented on the Bathgate video saying one of the walls that I hit, they had a hole-in-one hitting off that as well. So if you've hit a good shot here off that wall, make sure to comment and let me know. Don't know that there's too much happening here. Probably going to hit it relatively straight. Right, let's have a good go for a birdie. Close again, close again. Good try. Probably just missing on the left. 3 pretty simple pars to start. Loving these flag sticks. They're so heavy. Beautiful. Right, let's crack through a bit of this history before we play the 4th hole. So Old Tom didn't design the course. It was Willie Park Jr. who, as I mentioned, is another sort of behemoth of golf, really. He was a double Open champion, so a very astute golfer in his own right, who then later in his career went into golf course design. He's designed over 170 courses, primarily in the UK, the US, Canada, some in Europe. But I mean, some of the courses that he's designed, namely Sunningdale Old Course in England, I think top 20 in the UK. Got Olympia Fields in America, which has hosted the US Open. Countless other ones, I won't list them off. But interestingly enough, this is his only course in Fife, which has one of the densest populations of historic golf courses, probably the densest population in the world. So we're playing his only track in Fife. Quite amazing. But that is not where this ends, ladies and gentlemen. The course was then further tweaked, I think around the 1920s, by none other than James Braid, who is a familiar name on this channel because the last course had the same story, which was at Bathgate. I talked a bit about James Braid on the last video, so I'm not going to do that now. But if you want to check it out, GC500 episode 2 at Bathgate, you can hear about James Braid. So we've got old Tom Morris sort of picking the land and saying, yep, this will be a cracking course. Willie Park Jr., behemoth of golf course design, designed the track, and then James Braid then tweaked it and updated it later. How much more could you want? Cracking reputation. I'm delighted to be here. A cracking start. We've now got a par 4, 351 yards, severely downhill. I can just about see the green in the distance, so let's have a look. Here's what we're looking at. 351 yards from the yellows today. Pretty straight. A lot of trees on both sides, so quite a narrow little channel once you get up there. And you can see here just how downhill we've got, and those trees just starting to come in towards the green. We've got the greenkeeper waiting on the side for us, so why not just rip a driver? Hit 2 good ones so far. Oh, that's way right. I have no idea what's over there, but it doesn't look good. So we've found out how the course came to be, how it was designed this way. But in terms of the design of the course, what's going to be interesting to see is the characteristics that exist of Willie Park designs, and then the features that then come in that are more attributed to James Braid. Now, I believe that James Braid's influence was more minor tweaks than wholesale changes, mainly with bunkering and things like that. So that's something we're going to look out for as we go around, and I'll try and sort of point out as we go. Alrighty, 95 yards. Doesn't really look like it, but just going to have to sort of commit to this number. I'm in the wrong fairway, so I've held up some guys. I need to get a move on. Right side of the green looks like it comes round to the left. Probably want to fly at 85. A bit right, but not bad. You can just see the guys behind me. I was totally in the wrong fairway, but we found the ball. That was the main thing. Good shot. Happy with that. I've got this lined up outside the left a little bit. Come on, let's get under par. Roll out. Wee bit scared. Wee bit scared. I think the putting green was much faster than the ones out here. Rolling lovely though. Beautiful condition. Ah, we missed it. Well, poor first putt. Never mind. I'm on the 5th tee box, which is an absolute beauty. I'll show you in a little sec. But just quickly, in terms of the styles between Willie Park Jr. and James Braid and what their sort of characteristics of a golf course is, or their mantras of what a golf course should be and therefore what they designed, quite similar in a way. So we'll focus more on Willie Park. See, as the original designer of the course. Things that he was really keen on, Willie Park Jr., was using natural undulations, natural features as the hazards of the course. He wasn't focused on length. I mean, if you think back, this is a time before modern equipment, so golf wasn't about hitting it very far, and it just wasn't really a thing that was possible. So shorter courses, however, more strategic golf courses, just make you hit it in the right places. If you take more aggressive lines, you have easier shots into holes. These are all the sorts of things that you see in Willie Park Jr. courses, and I think we'll see a lot of today. When it comes to James Braid, as I say, I think he was more involved in bunkering and changing some of the sort of hazards on the course. He's very similar in a way that he doesn't sort of penalise for the sake of penalising. It's very strategically placed bunkers that make you think about where you're hitting your shots. It's natural, it's not sort of forced. Yeah, both of those things together just sort of create these very strategic golf courses that aren't going to blow you away in length, but just make you think. So let's have a look out for that. Here's a great example at the 5th hole, which I think must be one of the signature holes here. It's absolutely spot on. So it's the start of back-to-back par 3s. How good is that one? I said a minute ago, we've got some shorter ones. So 139, stroke index 18, playing down the hill. So it really isn't a long shot. But here's where we start to see these sort of strategic bunkers. So you've got one on the left, where this hole evidently looks like it's going to slope from the left to the right onto the green. However, you've got these two strategically placed bunkers just on that sort of left side that stop you from just bailing out. You then have one on the complete opposite side that's going to catch everything right of the green with this nice sort of revetting in the face. And just finally, as I said a minute ago, something that Willie Park's known for is just using the natural landscape to create holes and almost making the holes that the earth or the landscape is telling you to build. I mean, that's very apparent here. You've got the slopes that are just completely natural, nothing's man-made. And then between the tee box and the green is just a massive dip that's obviously just the natural lie of the land. Anyway, let's get to hitting this shot. It's only 134 to the flag. It's downhill. There's not a lot of wind, as far as I'm aware. So this is just a wedge, pitching wedge, to the left half of the green. Give us a chance. Well, we've hit it to the right half. Let's hope we don't catch a bunker. Just on the front, stay on. Oh, false front. Well, so you can just now see that false front. I think that's my pitch mark, just there. Obviously coming downhill with a wedge. Just going to spin back. So we're here, it's not too bad. Since we're near the coast, which I think we'll see in a few holes' time, I'm going to play this a bit more linksy, albeit we are on a parkland course. Bounce it up into that hill, let it roll up. Roll out. What an effort. Good choice. Absolutely beautiful hole, this one. I think just the perfect example of that sort of mantra of it doesn't have to be long to be tricky. You've seen there, 130 yards downhill, you think you just flick on a wedge and have a good chance for birdie. I've tried to do that, rolled off a false front. Quite a big and undulating green. It's not long, but certainly packs a punch. And just beautiful scenery. There's a little pond here in the back. Another stone wall just guarding it. Top-notch design. There we go. Good three. Great up and down. From one beautiful par 3 to another. Wait till I turn this camera around. Holy moly. That is superb. The pin is just right in the middle there, up the back. We've got this massive ditch full of gorse. And that beautiful view of the Firth of Forth. And you might be able to see just in the background, we've got the Forth bridges back over towards Edinburgh. Amazing. So interestingly, this is the yellow tee. It's on this sort of plateau here. The red and the white tees are on another one just further up there. Obviously meant to be because you hit over this sort of gorse ditch. Not ideal playing from a mat, I must admit, but the layout of the hole makes up for it. If you're up there, you're kind of playing across it, but this one is just incredible. Just a note on my handicap then for the day, did actually get cut again at the weekend at my home course in the Meadow, down to 4.4, which is getting me 4 shots here, so pretty standard. Because of the sort of undulation of this hole, I can't really see the green, I can see the flag. I've checked on the scorecard with the pin position, which is right up the back, and it looks like it's quite a deep green, so we've got almost a wall of gorse behind the green, so it doesn't really feel that sensible to be too aggressive. It's 143, it's pretty much flat actually once you get there. So I'm just going to hit a 9-iron, which is 135. I would be happy on the green and not really bringing those gorse into play. I think I aimed a bit left, just scared a little bit of that right hand side, but I think that's going to be good, should be putting. One thing I've been thinking a lot about this week is just the difference between playing at your home course and playing away at a new course or somebody that you don't know as well. Because I'm actually playing really, really well at the moment. I've been shooting consistently a roundabout or under my handicap at my own course. But I know it like the back of my hand. I mean, I've played there probably 200 times, so you know where to miss, you just know what shots you're hitting. You can almost go out there without a rangefinder. And I've always sort of had this belief or this thought in my head of, all right, I'm going to play a new course. Well, obviously I'm not going to hit my handicap. But I was interested to see if that's what other people feel as well, or is that just me? I don't know, it's just this sort of rooted belief that I've had all my life, really. And I mean, I've seen so far that that has been the case. However, I guess part of this mission of playing all these courses is trying to improve and trying to change that, so when I'm going somewhere else, I'm confident I can go and play my handicap anywhere. So I'm just interested to see, so drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on that. How do you feel about going away? Is it harder, or are you confident? The view from up here is absolutely superb. I can't linger too long, just don't want to hold up the course, but down here you've got the full town of Burnt Island. You can actually see the old links from here with the fairground on it. Right in the distance you've got the bridges across the Firth of Forth. Wow, that's special. Really special, absolutely love it. Back to the golf. We've hit actually the perfect shot, exactly what I wanted to do, not bringing in the back of the green. Just a really sensible shot. Willie and James would be very proud of me, playing strategically. Let's try and roll this one in. I've not hit it again. Do you know, that was a superb putt. Tried to give it a bit more, but not quite getting there. All good. Regulation par. This is going well, isn't it? That's superb. Just before I move on, I want to point out these bunkers. Very traditional wooden lined bunkers. Such a cool feature. Hole 7. This is actually quite a short one. However, if you can see in the fairway, we're almost kind of going down into the fairway and then way back up to an elevated green. It's only 300 yards, but I'm going to stick with playing how this course is supposed to be and not try and blitz it. We've got a really open fairway, so just trying to find it and have a approach shot rather than try and drive it all the way up there. Just wanted to get the shot away on that tee, but we almost had that same view just from a bit of a lower standpoint over towards the links where the fairground is, and the music's absolutely pumping. Must have the tunes on it, the waltzers or something like that. Sure, I'll get a view of it when I walk back down through the town later on. But yeah, as I was talking about on the last screen, what do you think? What do you think's a good score when you go away? Is it playing to your handicap? Is it under? Is it a couple over to be expected? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to stop being quite as harsh on myself, I think. But maybe someone will tell me otherwise, that I should be expected to be level. Not sure. Okay, just in the rough. Really happy with how I played that. Giving ourselves 106 yards, playing uphill, so we'll play a bit further. Right, we're just trying to hit it up here. I'm going to try and hit it about 115. Oh, it needs to go. Ah, way short. Way short. I think that's going to prove to be a costly mistake because that bunker looks horrific. I'm going to bet James Braid put that one there to catch people like me. What a foolish, foolish man I am. That pin is so tight. And it's also up a good 10 feet. This is really tough. Need to make sure that I carry it over that sort of fringe so that it doesn't just roll back, because I don't want to hit this shot again. Oh. That was almost perfect, but it stayed, so we're all right. Really nice sand in those bunkers. It was nice and easy to play from. Like that. This whole tier looks pretty flat. Again, another big rectangle green. Just not used to. Maybe it's more common than I think, but just something I'm not used to. Putting from the fringe just got far up enough that it didn't trickle back to there, but kind of awkward to putt from. Really just aiming it straight at it. Just did bump a wee bit. Fine though. Bogey's not too bad. This golf course is just full of unbelievable views. Wow. What you might not be able to see in the distance is Edinburgh right across the water there. You can see Arthur's Seat, you can see the whole of the city. I think 8th tee box is winning the competition for the best view so far. Right, the 8th hole, again, it's sort of using the natural landscape. Everything's running back down this hill to the left. Pretty straight up. Just got to hit one up that right side. It's only 340 yards. So not pulling out the big stick, aiming at those trees on the right hand side of the fairway. Beautiful. Slap bang in the middle of the fairway. That shot has given me so much confidence. Just exactly how I was trying to play it. 106 yards, exactly the same as the last hole, but more flat. So just going to hit a 54 degree, slightly right of the flag because there's trouble left, but pretty dead aim. Just went straight up in the air and right. Not my best there at all. Got past all these trees, check that. I think this one makes sense as a shared green. I'm not normally a big fan, but it's big enough and it has these sort of two shapes to it. So there's like enough space. Not a whole lot in this one. Just about the pace, a wee bit out the right. Leaving them all 2 foot short, all of them. Every putt. My hat's about 4 foot short actually. Oi, oi, oi. Right, good. Well, I'm cleaning up well. Really nice tee up here at the nice Burntisland Golf House Club feature there. What we got here? Massive downhill fairway. And the green is sort of dog-legged round to the right, which then goes back up a slope again. I have no idea what to hit here. The camera angle's not doing this hole enough justice, but it's a weird tee box to try and get a flat bit. There's also a couple of groups on a green just there, so I'm just going to hit a fairway finder, try and get ourselves a look at that elevated green. Just a 5-iron. That was in the air for so long. Just caught sight of the green as we come round this corner of trees. Absolutely love that. The front of the green, I mean, if you land it short, it's coming back all the way down to the sort of the thick, whiter stuff there. That's amazing. I love the architecture of this, where you're hitting such a downhill tee shot to then go all the way back up to a green. It's a couple of times we've had an elevated green, which aren't easy to judge, to be honest. I'm going to have to learn my lesson from the last one. We've hit it. It ended up being the perfect club. I wasn't really sure what to hit, but I've hit a 5-iron just to here. Actually wouldn't really want to be any further because you see the fairway drops off a little onto that bit, but then you're really hitting up. I'm actually probably only going up maybe 10 feet from here, whereas down there you're just hitting up a hill and hoping for the best. 111, slightly uphill, so we're probably looking at 115 to 120. Short's probably best here. The flag is all the way at the back. I think about 110 is good. 110 to 115 would be great. Again, just dead aim. There's plenty of room left and right, so dead aim and pin high should be fine. If it goes either way, you're all right. Get up there. Great shot. Should be about 10 foot short. I've just come round this little corner and thought, oh, someone's had a really nice shot, thinking this was the green for a different hole. That's me. It is more than 10 feet, but pretty much in the middle, centre of the green. He goes, I look back to that hole, you can just see how steep that is. And then you've got the town, Ferris wheel, just down there. Now I know what you're thinking here. You're thinking, I'll skip on because he's going to leave it short anyway. But I'm promising you, I'm not going to leave this short. If I three putt, I three putt, but if I want to make a birdie around here, I'm going to have to give him a chance to go in, not leave him short. Classic shout, there's an old cup right there, that would have been nice. Not had too many slopes on putts for a wee while. So even more reason to just give it a right good roll. Oh my God. Ah, it technically got there. It technically got there. Much better weight actually. Just the line was off, that would have dripped in nicely. Well, you can keep watching. I stuck to my promise. Right, solid par. Right, we've finished the front nine. We're now in this back corner of the course. Now we've got the proper view out there. So you see the Ferris wheel just in the distance. That sort of patch of grass there is where the original links course would have been in Burnt Island, way back to the late 1700s. You can see the beach there, just the coastline coming around. And right up behind that Ferris wheel, you've got your bridges back over from Fife towards Edinburgh. Stunning. We're on the 10th. I'll try and do a roundup at some point of the scores. Very solid today, so chuffed with that. So when I got here earlier on, I had a good chat with a pro in the shop. Amazing hospitality, by the way, so thanks a lot if you guys see this. Thanks for being so welcoming. And the one sort of tip that he gave me, I believe, was for this hole, because you can't really see anything. And I think once you get over this hill, then there's a massive downslope. He says a lot of people just rip a driver and then never see their ball again. He said if it were him, he'd be hitting 4 or 5 iron. So we're going to go 5. Right at that stake. We'll see what's over there. Not sure. It's only 337 yards, so this should really give me a decent shot in. Maybe a tad right, but I would imagine that'll be okay. I've got absolutely no idea where the green is. I think the idea is obviously to get over that slope. So probably just didn't hit it well enough. I mean, I'm right in the middle of the fairway. I think you're supposed to get down there and then you can see it, so I'm going to have to go and have a good look. Holy moly. So there's me, way back there. There's the green. I think where I was about 150. There was a yellow marker. But I mean, just carrying it here maybe, and letting the land do the rest. There's no point trying to carry it there, so I think just right of this bell, 100 yards maybe? I think I'm 150, obviously I can't shot scope anything. I've just got a pitching wedge and I'm almost just going to flight it over there, see where it lands. So it was right at that bell, about 10 yards. There's a tree in the background I can see that I'll aim at. Oh, that looks good. Well, let's go and find out. Right, we'll go and ring the old bell. I mean, it's the moment of truth, but I can't say. I think I've maybe aimed a bit too left. I was aiming at that tree and it was sort of coming back round towards it. Surely I wouldn't have been left enough to go in gorse, unless it's just found that front bit, but I'll get back to you. Oh, I wish someone else was here. Right, anyone that knows me, I'm an honest guy. I'm an honest guy. I'm not here clip farming. I'm out here to have fun. I'm not here to like pull the wool over anyone's eyes. I looked all up that gorse bush. The ball could have been anywhere. I've looked all up that gorse bush. I've checked the back of the green. There's a bunker through the back. It's not there. Thought it can't be that left just from the angle that I've played from. Honestly, I wouldn't I wouldn't make this up. And it's going to look like, I don't know, well, if anyone doubts me then fair play, but all the way, I mean, I said that it looked perfect on the way. I feel like I can't even stop and admire this beautiful wall built into the green, this drop-off green, because I've just holed out for a 2. I mean, oh look, here's a good example. Here's someone's ball, just coming down the fairway now, so it's obviously ran all the way. Believe me or not, eagle, 2, hold out, couldn't even see it. Wow. Oh, I just need to stop for a second. I can't believe that just happened. Choose it to be on the hole that you can't even see. I mean, what else can you say? Made a 2 and a par 4. I literally checked every single spot that it could have been, put the camera down, and I thought the last place that it possibly could have been, or it was gone, and I was just going to have to NR the hole. It was in, so, but there wasn't. I'm a trustworthy guy, you're just going to have to believe me. Anyway, front 9, very solid. 7 pars, 2 bogeys. Just started the back 9 with an eagle. So we're back to level par, which is unbelievable. Mental game. This is never a driver hole in a million years. But after what's just happened, nothing matters anymore. Might as well. It's only 330. The green is behind those trees on the right. To be fair, I could hit an iron, but that sort of brings that little inlet into play. I think if I hit a drive with a cut, left coming back to the right, it should be absolutely fine. Oh wow, hit that tree. Well, it's in play, but snap hook. What's going on? Could have been worse. It's actually far enough behind this tree. Nudge it up the fairway a bit, pitch and wedge. Alright, let's make up for a bad decision. 142, upheld. Wind started to blow a bit, left to right. Just aiming this left side of the green. Didn't hit that well at all. Bouncing, so it's over a bunker. I'm going to try and get up and down for the bogey, of course, and be confident with that, but it just shows you the roller coaster golf, man. Like, that pretty much shook me up. I was just going along really steady, making pars, making bogeys. You get an eagle out of nowhere, not expecting it, and it just completely shakes you up, and then you're just sort of all over the place. Mental game has not been good for the last 10-15 minutes. Left myself in a really poor spot. Arguably could reverse all the good work that was done with the 2. What a mad game. Definitely on the wrong side. If I want to get it quite close, sort of just need to be right on the fringe, not before it, or it won't roll out. Go. Exactly what I said, just didn't carry it enough. Just sort of bounced up the way. Far from ideal. But I'm going to put a good putt on this. Hopefully make a bogey and move on. What a good roll. What a good roll. Let's run on quite a bit as well. Right, it's a double. We're no worse off than we were at the start of the back nine. Whew! Alright, we're on 12. This is actually a really helpful map because it's another blind tee shot. There's a stake, but you can see here there's sort of two fairways. This is the hardest hole. It's a par 5 from the whites, only 4 from the yellows. So we're going to have to hit onto this fairway. It runs out at 260. Doesn't feel worthwhile hitting a driver today. Albeit it's into the wind a bit, but I've just not hit a great driver, so somewhere around 230 should be fine. Don't say anything. Oh, what am I doing? I mean, it's blowing right into the wind. I need to get something up there as far as possible, or I won't be able to see around the corner. Let's hit it at a stake and see what happens. Not hit a good drive in a while, so let's get a good one away. Oh, it was perfect. See, there we go. That's why we hit the driver. That's why we hit a driver. Back.
So annoyingly lost the signal on the mic for 2 holes here. It will be back in a minute. I'm going to save you from all the wind noise from the normal mic and just talk you through this. Just really talking about how difficult this hole was. A drive probably went about 250, almost towards the end of the fairway. But this shot was still a good 235 yards on a par 4. Right back into the wind, so not really got any chance of getting there. Just tried to hit a low one. Sliced a little bit towards the right, just behind the tree that you can see in the back there. But an absolute brute for a par 4. Chip in just to the right hand side of this green side bunker. Hit it really well actually. Left a good par chance, but I mean, the first time on this course that length is really beating me up and just had no real chance to make a birdie at all. I can understand why this is played from the whites as a par 5. Probably would actually make it one of the easier holes. Giving yourself a chip or a short pitch shot on to make a birdie, but as a par 4, very, very difficult. Had a good look at par, just slides by. But all in all, not too disappointed with a bogey, to be honest with you. The next hole, therefore, played straight back downwind, so a good chance to pipe a driver up the middle and get close. Did just leak it slightly to the right, just behind that big tree that you can see past the bothy on the right hand side.
Lost my train of thought there for a couple of holes, just try to play golf. Played a few people through and stuff. The course is quite busy now, so don't want to be holding anyone up, taking my time. But something I wanted to talk about, right? So this round today, I bought this on a Golf Now hot deal again. It was $33.99. I had a £25 voucher because I subscribed to Golf Pass. So you get £25 voucher every month, and it's £100 for the year. This is not an endorsement, by the way. This is just, I chose to do that because I'm probably going to be using Golf Now quite a lot to book these tee times. So £33 for a course in Fife that's been designed by real big names in the grand scheme of golf course design. The views are absolutely unbelievable. The course is in superb condition for just over 30 quid. That's unbelievable. I mean, at the risk of sounding stupid here, like, you've got guys that have won multiple Open Championships, albeit, okay, before our lifetime, that have designed this course, have also been involved in designing some of the best golf courses in the world that have laid this place out. And it's 30 quid. I mean, let's just say an Open champion now decided to build a course in Fife and design a course in Fife. You'd be like 200-300 quid. Easy. Easy. I mean, I know that's obviously hypothetical, but just makes you think. I mean, 30 quid. More than worth the money here. I would just recommend people to go out and just try out these courses, man. Like, you'll be surprised for the value as well. Come on.
Plenty of room to get up and over this tree. I thought it was maybe going to be a bit closer. This was actually probably one of my better shots of the day. Nice 90 yards or so shot, and you'll see it just pop down onto the green. I actually set up what was probably the best birdie chance of the day so far. Up the hill, just hit it a little bit through the break, so not to be again, but tap in pars, always good. And then we're about to get the mic back in a little second. This is almost playing back down the same fairway that we were just on. Plenty of room, and I've hit it absolutely off the planet to the right, just over that bothy on the right, but it's nice and open up there.
I think we might have lost sound a little bit there for a hole or two, so apologies for that. Should be back now. Right, we are kind of, well, we're in rough. We're actually not that far away as I thought. Once we got past that little bothy, just opens up. You've got a shot on. The only thing that's in the way is this tree, which is just right of the flagstick. The flag's barely on the front, but it's blown a wee bit into a crosswind, wee bit back, so I think that's going to help to hold it up, get it up nice and high, and just drop it down past the tree. Be a tad short, might be a tad short. A bit left of the target, to be honest. It was a good strike. Probably would have been alright if we'd have landed it on the spot we wanted, which was a bit further right. Everything's just funneling down here. Lucky actually not to have went in this pot bunker, which almost separates the two sides of this green, this shared green. Interesting point there, I guess, is that just shows you going left or right here on this tee shot. It's not a long hole, it's not particularly difficult, but when you've got the pin here, it's very, very difficult to get to coming over that tree, or there's trees kind of protecting it from that side as well. So that's just one of these examples of, it's not long, but there's subtle things that are just in place to punish bad shots. You know what I mean? It's not like you've hit a great shot and then you're punished. If you're up the middle, you're absolutely fine. You've got a straight look into the hole. But coming in from the sides when you've not hit a good one, even though you think, oh, it's nice and clear up there, there's nothing up there, punishes you for the shot in. So just going to putt this one. It's nice and dry. Really just try to cozy it up for a tap in par. Oh, yeah. Started bouncing a wee bit. Just a bit keen. What a spectacular view that is. It's Edinburgh, right in the background there. You can see Arthur's Seat. It's a really clear day. You can just see it, even though it's a bit cloudy, you can see sort of all the way across and see actually a lot of details. Right, back to business. Not the easiest one I've left, to be fair. Sort of coming back across a slope, so sloping left to right. As I say, it's tricky little green. So albeit short hole, it's not easy. Come on then. Just never turned as much as I thought, same as the last hole. Ah, shot dropped. from a pure tee shot. Four over, 4 holes to go. Let's find a birdie. Not entirely sure again here. There's the course map which is showing me roughly where I want to go. I think you want to hit this about 200. It looks like it's going to go downhill over this post again. I think just going to hit a 5-iron again. Hopefully it goes 180 to 200. It's a 304-yard hole, so should still have a wedge. Looks good. Here we go. So over the hill, you can see the fairway just starts to drop off down towards the green there, which actually looks a lot closer than I was expecting from the tee, but for some reason I just expected it to be a little bit further than that. Hit a 5-iron. I think we're just here on the sort of end of this part of the fairway. This is 84 yards. I don't know whether this is actually supposed to be a wee bit of rough separating these two bits of fairway, or if I've just been a wee bit unfortunate to find a bit of a longer bit. So I'm not expecting it to spin quite as much because it is a wee bit like rough compared to the grass here. Everything's down towards it. I'm only really wanting to hit about a 70-yard shot. The wind will take it down a bit more as well, and not expecting as much check. So 70 yards, hopefully roll down towards it. Oh, go on, keep going. Pretty much. I want to give you a good look down the line of this putt. It's actually way shorter than I thought. At least 20 feet anyway. Always looks closer from the fairway. Come off that right towards the hole about 5 or 6 feet short, and then it should straighten up again. Turned a wee bit more at the start than I thought. Just 3 to go. Ah, you know what? I've had a great time out here. I've absolutely loved it. We're sort of back away from the coast now. Bit more inland, going back towards the clubhouse. The breeze has really picked up. We're hitting back into the breeze. You can maybe see the flag on the last hole just blowing in our face. This is a beautiful driving hole. You've got this fairway that sort of goes uphill, back round to the right. Cambers a wee bit to the right, not too much. 380 yards. A bit more of a tricky one, a bit further. You're probably going to have an iron in. So just trying to hit a cut up the left-hand side. Come on. Let's get a nice drive away. Fairway cambers a wee bit to the right, but if it stays up, that's going to be absolutely smashing. Really good hit. Probably should have started it a wee bit more left, but out of bounds up that left side. Pretty unfortunate. Just as I said on the tee, the hole just runs this way. I would have needed to start it a wee bit more. Maybe it wasn't a driver, but you can maybe just see the flag through that gap. It's 111 yards away, so I'm just going to try and punch one up there. Because it runs to the right, we can kind of get away with going a wee bit wide. Just trying to punch one really low and get it running. It looks like it goes back down towards the green. There might even be a little drop off there, so if I can just get it over the crest of that hill, we might have a chance. Not sure. I haven't went up and had a look. I've just got a 7-iron and just trying to punch it low through that little gap. Go on, get right. It's just not going to get there, but exactly the right idea. Probably as good as I could have done from there. Well, as expected, I was right. There is a drop off right here to the green. Just had to get over that bit. as opposed to this bit. So if I just got another 20 or 30 yards, it could have been quite close, but the green goes down. I don't want to land it short or it's just going to kick on all the way up to the back. Oh, I've caught that so flat. Can't even see it. That must be really bad. Shaky stuff, that was terrible. It was bad enough it didn't even get that massive kick off the bank. Not quite the 16th hole we were after, but time yet. Just not hitting them all day, man. Not hitting them all day. Ah, well. Try not to be harsh, but just another offline tee shot, really. Punished. Just as I'd begun to think we've not had a par 3 for a while. What on earth is this one? So I can see the flag, but I can't see the green. I'm not too sure what this is in between me and the green. If it's a tee box. Anyway, this is a cool hole. I've only got 110 yards. It's sort of into this cross breeze now coming from the right. Just knock down a pitching wedge and go and see what's over there. Really cool though. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Oh, a bit cutty, a bit trappy. Oh, I think that's going to be terrible. I think that's going to be absolutely terrible. I think you're maybe supposed to walk up there through the woods. I just want to go and see what's going on here. So you see there's this big mound. I think it's part of the green. I think I'm going to be down here unless I've been really lucky. Let's nip up here and have a look. Oh, so it's sort of a fairway. Wow, that is really unique. Check the green out as well. Oh my goodness. Massive face. A huge wood-lined bunker. Wow. Truly unique. What a cool hole. I mean, you're only hitting from there. It's just a little pitch, but I didn't quite get it right. I had to just get over this, which would take it down towards the flag, but in another way, we've also been lucky that we didn't fall off there. Not my usual angle, but I can't put the camera anywhere there because well, there's nothing there to put it on. I'm just in awe at this hole. Just no roll out there. No roll out. Not a bad effort, but oh man, what a hole. What a golf course. This has been great. Just nice little challenging holes. Really well looked after. All the members that I've spoke to have been brilliant, really welcoming and warm. The clubhouse staff were great. The weather helps. And I mean, some of these holes have just been really spot on. I love this little par 3. I think if I was to pick my favourites, this might be second. I really like the one you hit sort of an iron all the way down a hill to then go back up to an elevated green. That one, okay, come on, can we make this? Can we make this? Just about. Really good roll. Well, back-to-back bogey, that's not true. A double, and then a bogey. Come on, something special to finish this. A running theme through the day this beautiful view to welcome you home on the last. Lovely look across the sort of sand beach back across to Edinburgh. And here we are on the last hole. We're almost home. 320 yards downhill, playing back into the wind. Again, on another day or a medal or something, I would probably not hit a driver, but I want to try and give myself the best chance to make a closing birdie as possible. You'll not be able to see, I've got the clubhouse down on the right hand side, the green's just to the left of it. This wind's really howling now, but just trying to hit it towards the clubhouse. Hopefully with a bit of turn back on it to the left. Come on, turn. No, that's going the wrong way. Right, as we make our way down the 18th, if you've made it this far, thanks very much for watching. I've had a really good response on the last couple of videos, so drop me a comment, let me know what you think. This course, anything else you want to see. And actually, I would love recommendations of where you think I should go next. I'm sort of planning out the next month or two. Got quite a few cool ones in the books, so those will be coming soon. But after that, I would like to know where do you want to see me play, or any sort of recommendations that I might not have thought of. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. It really does make a difference. I know myself watching YouTube, it can be quite easy to forget. Videos just come up on your homepage and you watch them but forget to subscribe. So if you could hit subscribe and like, that would be amazing. And let's try and finish this one off well. Bit down to the right here. Finish it off well and then we'll round it up. It's only 99 yards, straight into the wind. I think with the lie, it's just sitting right on top of the grass. It's probably just going to shoot up in the air. So 100 yards would normally be a 56 into the wind. So about 110. This 52 is probably just shy of 120. I'm just going to hit it a bit lower. Got on, trouble. A bit short, man. Got a bit chunky. What a way to finish the video this would be. Not going to say anything else other than that. Just about. Just read that the wrong way. Well, not a great last couple of holes. But hey, what a day out. Let's get off the green for a roundup. Right, trips. Episode 3 in the books. Burntisland Golf Club. I think you might struggle to find better value for around about 30 quid. But in Fife, we're playing in the home of golf. A course designed by some of the greats of the game. The course is in great shape. There's so many cool, unique holes. The majority quite short, but they're tricky. So you're not having to hit miles and miles. Still tricky, but I've absolutely loved it, and the views that you get from here are absolutely breathtaking. I mean, hopefully it shows well on the camera, but truly superb. The welcome that I've had here has been amazing. Hospitality's been great. Everyone's been lovely that I've spoken to. It took me a bit longer today only because I was just letting people through, even if they weren't that close. So I've just taken my time and making the most of this beautiful golf course. Scoring wise, kind of the same situation. The last couple, good front nine, just not great on the back nine. But hi, I'm still learning how to do this. Tried a lot more sort of snacks and stuff today, but hi, it's tough. I set off probably 2 hours before the round, took the train, walked up through the town. So it is tiring doing it all on your own, filming all the shots, but we're out here to have fun. I think I had 77, which is 8 over. I'll be able to double check once I watch everything back. But what a great day. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll be back soon for episode 4. See you later.